So I've been playing an absolute ton of space flight sims recently, and I'm a little bit over the genre, just endlessly flying around the empty void of space. I wanted something a little bit more octane. I wasn't looking for another flying game, but I saw that Century Age of the Ashes had come out, and then the fact that it was free to play really caught my eye. I thought, well, I don't have to invest any money into this. If it's a load of pants, I can just uninstall it, and I've only lost a little bit of time. And I'll be completely upfront, I have been completely blown away just by how good this game is. And I'll be completely honest, I did a trailer review of this, and I just thought, it's going to be mediocre, it's going to be forgettable, and not people really going to bother with it. And I was wrong. I put my hands up. I was completely wrong, and I love the fact that I've been wrong in this because I've been having loads and loads of fun. Essentially, the game is a hero, dragon flying, arcade, shooter, blow everything up, fun experience, and I don't really know how else to put it. So you get to select your hero, and then you go off and you play a whole variety of modes, and they've come up with some modes that are novel and unique to the series, and then they have your more traditional ones. So you've got deathmatch, capture the flag, and then there's their own unique ones, like there's one where you got to go collect gold from flying dragons and then bring it back to your base. But again, to iterate, it's simple, it's fun, it's pick up, it's put down, and it's a real joy to play. So immediately from the moment I pressed the go play button, I was just blown away by how good it sounds and just how visually impressive it is. They have gone to town on dragon detail, and we'll get on to that in a little bit later on, but basically the first thing you're met with is this giant roaring dragon in your face, and they look so good. The details on the dragons, the scales, etc., they've got this kind of like own stylism to them. And then the heroes that you have as well, they've all got their own very unique representation, and again, they look really, really good. The other great thing as well is that it runs really, really well. Everything is on max, and I am just getting a nice, constant, steady frame rate. I've had no drops, no stutters, and all of this makes the gameplay just feel so fluid. So in terms of the actual gameplay mechanical loops, so how it works is that you select your mode that you want to play, and then you get to select 3 different hero types or dragon riders. So the 3 classes you get, there's the Marauder, who's like this Templar knight character. There's the Wingard, who's like your dragon healer. And then you've got your Phantom, which I can only describe as a dragon rogue. But do not fret, there's no holy trinity in this game per se. There's just, characters with different abilities depending on the playstyle that you want to go with. Now, all the characters have set passives, for example. So the Marauder, he has a passive that when he gets an elimination, he will fully recharge all his abilities and powers. And then you get some other abilities. So there are one customizable ability. So if he gets to choose between Frost Bolts, which slows the enemy, and Gust, which knocks out any kind of missiles that are homing in on you. And then you have 2 other core abilities. So he's got an ability called Hunter's Mark, which allows you to track, enemies with an additional fireball. And also a ultra special ability called Hunter's Fury, which puts this mark on everything. And all the characters, they have their own ultimates and different passives, and you can choose how you want to tailor them a little bit. That's probably the only criticism I have of this game, is that there aren't many heroes at the moment, and also there isn't that much customization you can do to change the power level on the characters. So you get to select between 2 abilities, and then the rest of the customization is 100% cosmetic. Now, before we get onto the whole cosmetic thing, I do want to talk about the gameplay as a whole. In terms of actual flying, it is really easy to pick up, the abilities are easy to use, and the dragons feel fast and fluid and smooth. And when I'm playing a racing game or any sort of flying game, I want to feel like I am literally bottling it down through the air current or space that I'm in. I want to feel that speed, and it really, really nails that one. You've got your standard kind of flying around dragon mode, and you can dragon brake to do a hard turn. But you've also got this stamina management system. So if you double tap a trigger, you kind of like double flap your wings and you turn into like a dragon bullet, and then you kind of like glide at a much faster speed, and you have to kind of time it correctly so that you don't run out of stamina and then get caught up by someone behind you. and also you have to recharge your stamina by either getting these special stamina buffs or going along the ground. But it works really well because you have to learn the paths and the movements on the map, and also how to kind of avoid people getting behind you and knowing where all the power-ups are. And when you get good at it, you can use the air currents to kind of lift you into the air and create these wonderful fast speeding loops, and it almost feels like a dragon racing game just with missiles all over the place. Now, in terms of the free-to-playness, I'm sure a lot of you are asking, well, what is it that they earn the money through? And as far as I can see, it is 100% cosmetics, and I imagine extra heroes as they come out. So, each of the heroes represents a different region. There are specific dragons relating to the specific heroes, so they have their own unique, distinct look and feel to them, which is why I imagine they haven't released a ton of them from the get-go. There are 6 unique cosmetic slots for your hero, and then there are 5 cosmetic slots for your dragon. There are 2 types of currency. There is a freemium currency like a silver, and then there's rubies, which you can use to buy, very unique cosmetic items. At the moment, they've also got a special kind of December Christmas event going on called Frost and Fury, where you get to unlock a big icy dragon that looks kind of like an eel. So from what I can tell, the company is really putting in a lot of effort at the moment to try and make people feel that they aren't going to get penalized just for playing the game and not actually putting any money in, which is, I think, a pretty good thing. There are daily missions which you can use to get extra XP. There's also XP boosters you can unlock from doing the season pass that's active at the moment. So if you're a person who likes chasing cosmetics, this is probably a game that you'd really, really like. There are also dragon eggs, so you'll get an egg now and again from either doing a quest or a daily. You put the egg in your kind of nest, and then there are quests that you have to do to unlock each stage of the egg. And when you get to the final stage, you will unlock a new dragon for a particular rider. And each of the riders, there are 19 dragons, and they range from kind of like common all the way up to legendary. I've only seen 1 legendary dragon so far, but they just look cool and they don't actually give you any advantage over anyone else. So there is no vertical power progression from you buying anything, and there is only going to be horizontal power progression, and that's going to be very limited later on when they unlock further classes. Anyway, I've yabbered on enough about this. I highly recommend you just giving it a go. Pick it up, have a look at the game. I'm not endorsed by this anyway whatsoever. This is all off of my own back. So check it out. Let me know what you think of it in the comments below. And depending on how well this video does, I will do some more videos on this, and maybe we can do some giveaways and goodies and all those kind of things. So until then, have a great week, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas period, and I'll be back with more news soon.